Bullhorn Betty here. Just wanted to talk about, Don Wells, the SummerWells case. For those that are just tuning in, SummerWells is a missing 5-year-old girl that went missing on June 15th, 2021 in Rogersville, Tennessee, which is in Hawkins County. And she has not been seen since. It's been over a year. She just turned 6 years old. She's now a missing 6-year-old as opposed to a missing 5-year-old. Dawn has a lot of problems. Many people thought Summer was SA'd. Period. Point blank SA by Dawn and potentially other people. We know that Dawn was acting very weird the day before she went missing. And there's been no explanation of that. And it's been corroborated by 2 separate people. Dudley Ajan and Jackie Dobbs. Jackie Dobbs talked about almost a 20-mile stare. Dudley expressed that Dawn was in the tub when he showed up at work, distraught. He knew that there was something. He's worked with Dawn Wells for some time, and he knew that this was out of character for Dawn. Apparently last night on the Chris McDonough channel, Mary
Better route available
came forward and was talking about the Utah cases. So many of you guys know, and we actually aired just this past week, portions of that telephone call where Mary actually set Dawn up for a confession. And I want to say that was like 2 or 3 months ago related to that confession. Since then, Dawn has, been in jail, obviously. Many people are speculating that he's going to be getting out in October. Other people are speculating that as soon as he's released from Hawkins County, Utah State Police is going to request his extradition to Utah, potentially. I'm not sure how all that will work out in the end. What I can tell you is, based upon the information that was provided by Mary on Chris McDonough's channel, which is the interview room, she stated, originally there were 5 cases. She confirmed with law enforcement and detectives that there are actually 3 cases, which Chris McDonough had explained may be related to the fact that those are the 3 cases that have the evidence that they can bring forward. What does this mean? What do you, the audience, believe is going to happen? I'm curious about your response. Do you think Dawn Wells will be free in October, whether it's October 30th, October 1st, whatever? Do you feel Dawn Wells is walking out of the Hawkins County Jail, or do you believe he will in fact be taken into custody for the crimes in Utah? Many of you guys may remember that we exposed the fact that Don, years ago, when he made it back to Rogersville, he was hiding in his mom's house. He fled Utah. And the FBI actually had to come and pick him up and extradite him back to Utah for him fleeing Utah while he was, under, I want to say, supervised release or something to that nature. He didn't have permission to leave the state, and left the state to come to Rogersville, Tennessee, where his mother resided. And when Utah got wind of that, they actually sent the FBI to bring him back to Utah. So they had a criminal warrant for him out of Utah that they did. I mean, obviously the charges were bad enough that they came and extradited him back to Utah. Well, now his problems are again in Utah with his stepsister. You know, there was somebody that brought up something related to the fact that, you know, he was a juvenile at the time that these crimes were perpetrated. What does that mean? Is there enough legal standing to prosecute these cases against him as an adult, but for crimes he committed as a juvenile? What is the statute of limitations in Utah related to this kind of conduct or criminal charges on a minor? And that's what people, I think, are missing in this, that Don Wells himself was a minor at the time that these allegations, you know, that they're talking about. He was only 14 years old when he hurt his sister, his stepsister. And it's sad that he did that to her, and his explanation was a little odd for me. His explanation about what transpired was that, you know, little girls don't know what they're doing. You know, they have these things. She was 5 years old. I doubt that that was what a 5-year-old, me at 5 years old, was not thinking about that. Maybe at 14 years old, 15 years old, that's a different story. That would have been the age that Don Wells was when he perpetrated these crimes. So again, I'm just curious about your thoughts on this, and if somebody's from Utah and has a legal background in Utah, I'm curious about the law and what the statutes of limitations are for a juvenile that commits a crime like this. And again, they said that there's 3 active cases open in Utah as opposed to the 5. Does that mean he does have the ability? I mean, it sounds to me like they're building the case against him. But again, what does that mean? He was a juvenile. Do the statutes of limitations not expire on juvenile crimes? I'm curious about that. Many of you guys should be as well, because that's going to determine whether Don Wells is held accountable and his stepsisters and other victims receive justice out in Utah. So let me know, again, your thoughts, your comments. If you have legal expertise in Utah, let me know what the law is. I'm very, very curious. With that, each of you guys, God bless you. Have a great Monday. And I will be throwing out some videos throughout today. God bless you.